What does the start of your day look like? For our friend Leo, it starts right here with breakfast. To talk about these habits and routines in English, we use a specific pattern for everyday actions. After he eats, Leo looks out the window to decide how to commute. He has to choose, does he drive a car or does he walk? Or he might want to use public transportation. He could take the bus, or he could head underground and take the subway. Depending on where he lives, he might take the train, or get some exercise and ride a bike. These basic action words, drive, walk, take, and ride, give you the foundation to explain how you or anyone else gets to work or school every single day. Today, Leo has a clear choice. He does not own a car, so he chooses the bus. Let's look at this diagram. When we describe an action for ourselves or a group, using the subjects I, you, we, or they, we just use the base action word. I take the bus. You drive a car. They walk. But English has a specific rule when we talk about one other person or thing. When using he, she, or it, we have to add an S to the end of that action word. Walk becomes walks. Drive becomes drives. Because Leo is a he, we add that S. We say, Leo takes the bus. By remembering to add that single letter, you can accurately describe the daily habits of anyone in your life. Let's check back in with Leo. He is waiting at the bus stop and it starts pouring rain. He really wishes he had a car. If we want to state the fact that Leo does not drive, we might try to just place the word not next to the action. But in English, saying Leo not drives is incorrect. We need assistance. This diagram shows our helper words. For subjects I, you, we, and they, we use don't. For he, she, and it, we use doesn't. So for Leo, we use doesn't. Watch the action word. We say, he doesn't drive. The helper word doesn't already carries that S sound. Because the helper does that job, the main action word stays in its simple, base form. Another commuter is waiting in the rain with Leo. She turns to him to start a conversation about his routine. A lot of people learning English ask a question by taking a normal statement and just making their voice go up at the end. They might say, you take the bus, or are you take the bus? To ask a question properly, we build a pattern. Helper word first, then the subject, and the base verb. Following this formula, the woman asks, do you take the bus? We start with do, add the subject you, and the base word take. Leo nods, but they are both getting soaked. The woman wants to know exactly what time this ride is going to show up. To be clear about when things happen, we use the time triangle. The wide top uses in for large spans like months. The narrower middle uses on for specific days. The bottom tip uses at for exact moments, like at 8. Leo looks at his watch. He says, the bus arrives at 8 on weekdays. By choosing the right word from the triangle, he gives her the exact schedule. Right on schedule, the bus pulls up to the curb. Leo and his new friend step out of the rain and get on board. Look at what we've covered. We learned the transportation actions, like take the bus. We practiced the grammar to say what Leo does and doesn't do, and we used the time triangle to pinpoint exactly when it happens. Now it's your turn. Head down to the comments and try these patterns yourself. How do you get to work or school, and what time do you leave? Mastering these simple, predictable patterns means you are now ready to explain exactly how you get around and when you arrive. Keep practicing these basics, and I'll see you in the next lesson.